In this video, I will walk you through the steps on creating a completely custom action module. So we will be developing some functionality that's not based on any of the existing modules. And for that, let's click on the modules and add new action. For a base, we can use the mobile example. So it will put all the directory structure in place, and so you have your views, models, and controllers. Then you define the copyright holder, which is you. You can choose a custom icon and give a description about what this does. And you can also define this to be a public module. If it's a public module, other developers will have access, so it will show up on the global actions directory, regardless of whether you make it public or private. It's your code, you own it, you're the copyright holder. So now we'll click on save, and again it will start the update task. So this will take a little while to run. While it's running it, let's put this action in place under our branches, and now we create a new branch called Udemy. And for this branch to show up in the app that we're developing, it needs to be triggered. So we will click on the pen icon here, and on the triggering we will define it now for development. It will be always on, so it will always show up in our application. Then we still need to add the action module itself. Let's create it, and here in the list you can find the action. So now that it's created private, only you will be able to access its code. And then we mark it active, and let's save it. Our update task is completed. So now we can go and update the code for our logo. Before we do that, we accidentally selected a wrong Udemy example from here. So you can see we have no options on the form. Let's just change it to the correct one. And now we switch to our terminal, and we would run the install again. But before we run the install, let's make sure that all our changes that we made on the theme are pushed, because when we do an update, it will basically push all the latest information. So we want to make sure that the code that we developed is up to date on the repository. And for that we use Appzio push. So this will push all the code to Git. So in this case we just have one theme there that needs to be updated. So you'll write PHP, Appzio PHP, and push, and it will take a little while. It creates a task on the server side, so the server is handling the pushing of your code, and once this is finished, we can then do an install again, and it will update our code on the logo. Okay, that's now updated. So here you can either use the install, which installs everything, or update. So PHP Appzio PHP and update. So this will now warn that your local changes, unless they push to Git, will be overwritten. Since we already did the Git push, we don't have to do it now. So again, it will create a task on the server side, and once this finishes, it will start downloading all the latest files. Let's have a look on the IDE. All the code is updated here, and the new action here, Udemy action example, you can find in place with the views, models, and controllers. And with this new action, it works the same way. So you can create themes for this, or you can work with the main action code. If you plan on reusing the action for different apps or different purposes, it's recommended that you put kind of the app-specific functionality inside the themes, and focus on providing the base on the main level of the action. So since it's based on the mobile example code, it will look very much the same as the previous code that we were looking at. And now, just to make sure that we have all the changes in place, we'll simply remove all the extra code from here and add a simple hello world text. So get component text is the default method for inserting a simple text string. So let's write hello world, and again saving all the changes. And now we go back to the app itself, and we put it on a different branch this time. So we have the first level, which includes the theme code. Now we see the new branch Udemy, which we mark to be always active. And the code you will see simply by clicking on this branch. So this is the hello world text that we just inserted. Let's put another one there and refresh. So as you can see, everything that you do on the IDE, as soon as you save the file, the changes will be reflected here on your device.